If you've ever had this feeling that something was terribly wrong with the world that we live in, but you couldn't figure out just what it was, then you've come to the right place. Secret societies, mystery religions, and the Illuminati have been controlling our reality since the beginning of time. But not anymore, because there is an awakening happening, and you are about to become a part of it. Wake up, because this is a call for an uprising.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. You will own nothing and be happy. We all know the words. We've heard it over and over again. And this is just another example of what they're trying to do to humanity along the lines of universal basic income, making everybody broke with this inflation nonsense, people losing their businesses and their jobs because of the outbreak, all these things playing into the New World Order's hands. And a subscriber on the website by the name of Wide Awake shared this with me. I want to thank him for sharing it. And I'm going to share it with you now. And this is going on in California. What better testing ground? We've seen all the experiments that are done there with the homeless camps. Well, this is along the same lines. Just the difference is you actually have to pay for your cell in this instance, where if you're homeless, of course, a lot of the homeless people are being given money. That's because they want to, increase drugs and that type of circulation on the streets. They're doing everything they can to destroy everything. And this right here is what the liberals want. It's socialism. And for those of you out there who are young, you don't understand what socialism is, fascism, they want to, it's along the same lines, both the same, a different head of the same snake. They want everyone to share everything. And this is just a way for them to manipulate people into a utopian society, which would never exist and won't still exist because these people will still control everything. And they might pretend like they don't on the surface. Oh, well, all the presidents and all these rich elites, they've given up what they... Give me a break. Only people who are liberal would be dumb enough to fall for this. But this is along the lines of sharing everything, including your home. That's right. So think about this. Late at night, you're sleeping, your wife, your kids, someone knocks on the door and they want to move in. Well, this is along the lines of how they want people to live. This is called sleeping pods, where people will share homes and have little sleeping cubbies, aka cells, inside of them.
Welcome back. Rent in some parts of the U.S. is becoming out of reach, but a new concept here in Bakersfield and the Bay Area is gaining some traction. It allows for multiple people to share one home. David Louie explains.
The rent for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house like this in Palo Alto could easily run $6,000 to $8,000. The residents are paying just $800 per month. While they share the kitchen and other spaces, the 14 residents sleep in pods, a bit larger than a twin bed.
But our pods are actually 8 feet tall, so it gives enough room for bigger people and also some wiggle room. So they're not like the Japanese capsules. They're a little bit larger.
She and co-founder James Stallworth wanted to address the need for affordable housing. They tried to do this in New York, but ran into objections. Palo Alto doesn't set a limit on renters in a single-family house. They also found a cooperative landlord.
We told them about our concept and the benefits of it and how it would help people, and the landlord was interested.
Residents are all in their 20s, getting started or doing internships. Luis Alonso from Peru loves access to the kitchen. Sleeping in a pod is fine.
For me, it's I don't need a bigger space. It's just so I can, every night, when I go to sleep, it's I need just one bed.
In a year, the idea went from a concept to affordable housing for 20 at 2 sites, financed mostly by savings and family.
I don't mind depleting my savings like this. As long as I'm able to bring this to the world, that's all I really care about.
So not only is that a nightmare, I would rather take 10 to the head than sleep in something like that. Now, I'm claustrophobic, but a lot of people are actually. But I mean, just imagine that, crawling into that. It'd be like being in a casket for the most part, inside of someone else's home where people are just renting. On top of that, paying to live like this. Paying $800 a month to live like that. I'll pass. You could put me I'd rather literally sleep under a bridge. At least I could move around and have my arms and legs free. But this is more cell living, which is what they want. This is enslavement, but they put nice background music around it. They tell you that it's a solution to a problem. Oh, is it a solution to a problem? How about we stop inflation? How about we stop firing people over not taking potions? Those types of things. Oh, no. They don't want to do that because they want everyone to own nothing. And they're telling you you're going to be happy. Well, they own everything. So the new Bay Area rental concept includes sleeping pods in a shared home for $800 a month. While they share the kitchen and other spaces, the 14 residents sleep in pods a bit larger than a twin bed. I mean, this is like imagining crack addict. You know, I mean, don't like most towns have like a house where it's like, or you've probably driven through towns, you've seen a house and you've seen like people on the porch, people out in the yard, and you're like, that's probably like a drug house. Or if you've seen the show Breaking Bad, they had the house there where everybody's like inside, they're all drug addicts inside the house, they're sleeping on the floors. That's pretty much how they want people to live. Yeah, sure, my door's unlocked, come on in. Nobody's on, yeah, come on in and just lay on the floor, plop around, take dumps on each other's dumps, you know? I mean, it's unbelievable. This is worse than a prison cell, literally. Just they'll convince people that it's not, of course, because they'll say, now don't say something like that, Call. You have a prison cell, you're locked in there, you can never go. Well, they're already locking people in their homes. Have you not noticed, ladies and gentlemen? Have you not noticed how they're telling people not to go anywhere for years? And you don't think that's going to continue forward? Haven't you noticed the effects mentally and psychologically it's had on people where they're afraid to go out of their homes because of everything that's occurred? I don't want to get sick, so they stay home, right? People working from home now, all of a sudden all these big businesses are allowing everyone to work remote, which 5 years ago, bosses would have been like, absolutely not. Right? Everything is pushing towards everybody being isolated from one another. Yes, this has to do with meta, right? Because that's pretty much where this lines up with that, where people are connected, living inside of, what was the movie? Ready Player One, where they show them living inside of shipping containers stacked on top of each other. Don't even get me started on people who are actually living in shipping containers. That's a new thing that they're doing, selling shipping containers as homes. Now, it's fine for a bomb shelter or an EMP shelter or something along those lines. I mean, but telling people that they should be living in shipping containers or it's a good way to live, and they're not cheap either. But this is the mindset that these elites have, and this is what they have planned for us. But they don't come out and force it on you with a gun to your head. They tell you how great it is, and it's like watching the pharmaceutical commercials. Just watch a pharmaceutical commercial and put your TV on mute, or watch it on YouTube. Put it on mute. Everyone's smiling. They're waving. I did a video on this, by the way, and got a strike. They're waving. They're in the park while they're reading off hundreds of side effects. Don't take this if you did this. If you have high blood pressure, do not take this. This could cause cancer. This could cause AIDS. They go on and on and on. But nobody's paying attention to what they're saying. They're watching everyone. They're like, oh, everything looks so wonderful at this family's house as they're all drugged up on these pharmaceuticals. Well, it's the same thing with this crap. It's how they market this stuff. They're like, think about it. It'd be great. Everyone could live in harmony together. You don't have to worry about rich people, but you still even have to pay for this on top of it. They want you to pay $800. That's pretty pricey to live in a little pod and share a toilet with 14 people, right? I mean, what do you got to go to bed? 14 people sharing one toilet. I mean, the stuff that they're trying to pull is unbelievable. Well, they'll get it across because everybody's too distracted with the nonsense that they've made common fodder, I should say, like Fox News, NBC, they just constantly talk about ridiculous crap. What's a woman? Congress is talking about what a woman is. Like, we're really having this debate. We're really having a debate about Elon Musk and Twitter and free speech. We shouldn't even be having a conversation about it. Everyone should just be talking and saying what they want freely. That's what they should be doing. And people who don't like it shouldn't listen and not get offended. They should have a backbone and a pair of balls. But most people don't. So back to this. The rent for a three-bedroom, two-bath house like this one, or the one you saw in Palo Alto, could easily run from $6,000 to $8,000. The residents are paying $800 per month. While they share the kitchen and other spaces, the 14 residents sleep in pods a bit larger than a twin bed. Our pods are actually 8 feet tall, as you heard the woman say, so it gives enough room for the bigger people and also some wiggle room so they're not in a Japanese capsule, which I'm sure some of you have seen over there, the little capsules they have. I mean, this is the same thing. They're saying they get an extra foot here in America. Yay! Well, Americans are also bigger than people over there, so presumably it's the same thing. But they're like, oh, you get a little bit extra wiggle room here in your cell. Ooh, sign me up. Yeah, it's not like what they have over in Japan, the Japanese capsules. Here in America, our cells, we could pick our heads up without bumping it on the roof. Barely, but we can. Oh, great. Our government loves us so much. Sign me up. I mean, please, give me a break. The pods are outfitted with a temperature-controlled fan, lighting, a fold-down desk, and whatever personal touches they'd like to add. How about shackles, maybe? Handcuffs? I mean, that'd be a nice touch. It's fitting, right? All they got to do, how about bars? Can mine come with bars on the outside just so you could just confirm the fact that I'm living in a small little bed cell? At the very least, I mean, how about, a monitor, ankle bracelet work, something? Or is that coming, is that caviar on top? Does that come after the fact? You pay the $800, then they put the ankle bracelet on you. So every time you go to the bathroom or something, that we can notify, the government of what you're doing, because they obviously want to know. So, I mean, it's unbelievable, right? Ooh, a fold-down desk? Oh my goodness! Personal touches? Sign me up for $800 a month, please. Put the electric chair in mine, would you? It says we told them about our concept and the benefits of it and how it would help people. And the landlord of that property was interested. Residents are all in their 20s, getting started or doing internships. I mean, how they market this and get people to be on board is beyond me. People will be like, well, Cole, what's the difference? It's like renting an apartment. Because this is how they want everyone to live. This isn't just about interns. This is how they ease this into people's minds and plant seeds. This is their ideal world that they're trying to create, where people are living in these small spaces, all of them condensed next to one another in cities, wink, wink, and all around cities. And, it's happening. So the residents are in their 20s. One person says, for me, I do not need big space. At night, when I go to sleep, I just need one bed. So that really, and then they'll tell you if you don't want to live like this, you're selfish, which is exactly what we heard with everything going on at the outbreak, right? If you don't do what they say, you're selfish and you're a horrible person. Same with this. They'll say, oh, what do you need 10 extra feet for in your bedroom? Oh, you need your own toilet and shower? Who do you think you are? Huh? What do you think, you're Bill Gates? It's like, yeah, I'm not interested in sharing a shower and a toilet with 14 strangers, let alone 2 strangers. But then you want to do it with 20 people? Yeah, I'm good. What about the guy next to you in the cubicle snoring? You want to deal with that? How about 15 people snoring next to you? How about 15 people farting in the night? You want to deal with that in your cubicle? No. Right? They don't tell you stuff like that. And those are things that probably would affect your sleep and your mental capacity levels. You probably would, lose your mind living like this. Again, they want everyone to lose their mind, hence what we see going on in the world. They're literally driving everybody insane with the crap that they're pulling, and this is the type of crap we'll see them continue to try to pull. So, what do you guys think? Do you want to live in a pod? I'll be your neighbor in the pod. What is that? Give me a break, really? How about and notice that they're not made to fit a man and a woman. And yes, I emphasize man and a woman. They're not faded, what about a couple? What about a married couple? Oh, the intern. Oh, okay. It's just made for one individual. Again, social distancing, keeping people separated from one another. They wouldn't even think, right, to have one a king size for a husband and a wife, or a boyfriend and a girlfriend. All right. Just get everyone isolated in their cells, just like in prison. Because, right, if you and your wife or you and your husband go to jail, you ain't sharing a cell, ladies and gentlemen. In your home, you can share your cell because, they've turned our homes into prisons, or I should say we've turned them into prisons. Not me specifically or you specifically, but humans have, with the technology that they put in there and the surveillance that they're giving the NSA. But, you can still sleep in a bed with your husband or wife and, that sort of thing. But here in this, in this world, everyone gets their own cubicle. So not only is it your own, but you get to be, separated from people just like in a prison cell. So, there's that too on top of it. What do you guys think? Are you interested in living like this? I'm not, and I don't know about everybody else out there, but I'm getting sick and tired of this stuff. I really am. And I mean, I could just see them, like I said, putting music behind this, marketing it as, oh, it's wonderful. They'll say it's short term, right? They'll be like, oh, you're just interning, so live like this. So because they know people will get used to living like that, just like with technology. It just becomes a routine for them, and they're like, no, there's nothing bad about it. I'll live like this the rest of my life. When the government says, now we have to live like this. Oh, gotcha. No, I don't think so. Not on my watch, not around me. You can put me down. Dig the hole now, because I am not living like that. A reminder, check out the website at callforanuprising.com. I just uploaded a video over there today. If you haven't seen it, definitely sub to the website about what the CDC is doing, tracking. It's unbelievable what they've admitted to, and they're pretending like they bought the information. But in reality, we know they're tracking through the NSA because they're all working together, even though their CDC's is self-appointed. But anyway, that's on the website. If you're on the website and you didn't get a notification, make sure you check it out. I'm sure most of you did. When you join the website, you do get notified, unlike YouTube, when I put up videos. And, you could follow people in the forum and their posts. So whenever somebody you like in the forum posts something, you could see and be notified that they're posting, that type of stuff. So it's really good information being shared over there. Hope to see everybody over there. Want to thank the Patrons and thank all of you for your support. Hope you're doing well. God bless all of you and your families.